Hello all! Since I have a microtonal Halberstadt keyboard, I'm creating scale videos for equal temperaments 11 to 19, since these are small enough to be played similarly to standard tuning. Each equal temperament has its own video, and goes over 2 full scales in every key. I present what I think the most logical fingerings are, based on various criteria. My goals were to try and preserve fingerings from standard 12 equal tuning, to make logical decisions about scales that are in uncharted territory technique-wise, and to create similar fingerings for all scales so that less has to be learned. If you're a piano player and these scales don't make sense to you, I recommend you look at the 12 equal video I did on this to compare. In new situations involving crossing the thumb to black keys, which is sometimes necessary, I stuck to 2 main principles. Firstly, I only cross from a black key to a black key when the thumb leads. As difficult as it is to cross to a black key, it's much better to cross from a black key to an adjacent black key than to cross to a black key from a white key. Secondly, I tried to cross onto black keys using finger 2 when possible. In the 13-tone equal-tempered scales I present, it's only convenient to do this with fingers 3 or 4, so I thought 3 was the best choice when that situation arose. It's simply much less awkward because the hand doesn't have to scrunch up as much for the cross, and so it can afford to be less precise. If you would like the fingering charts, you can become a patron of my podcast at the link in the description. This is the video for piano fingerings in 13-tone equal temperament. The 2 scales I've picked to represent this tuning are Glacial 7 and Father 8. When I play a scale, I'll highlight the notes from the scale in pink. The tonic note will be a slightly darker shade of pink than the other highlighted keys from this scale. I'll play through 2 octaves to show how fingers cross into the next octave, and or how fingerings can be slightly changed at the ends of the scales to reduce crossing. Glacial is a 7-note scale with 6 large steps and 1 small step. It's the octatonic scale of this 13-tone layout, because you can play it on the white keys, like the C major scale in 12 equal. The large steps span 2 degrees of 13, while the small steps span 1 degree of 13. I'll be playing this mode. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Since Glacial is a 7-note scale, we can use the fingerings from 12-tone equal temperaments diatonic scales. Almost every key can be played with the fingerings from C major and G flat major. The keys starting on pitch classes 3 and 6 require F sharp melodic minor and B major, respectively. Pitch classes 5 and 8 feature fingerings where the individual left and right hands have to come from different diatonic scales. This is necessary to keep crossing from a black key to a black key using 3 instead of 4, which is clumsier. Here are the scales. Father is an 8-note scale with 5 large steps and 3 small steps. The large steps span 2 degrees of 13, while the small steps span 1 degree of 13. I'll be playing this mode, 2-2-1, 2-2-1, 2-1. Since Father is an 8-note scale, our best 2 options are to split fingering groups into either 3+3+2 or 4+4, as may be done for the diminished scales in 12 equal. Though both groupings can be used in 12 equal with different advantages and disadvantages, the structure of 13-tone equal temperament here makes one of them a lot easier, the 4+4 grouping. It makes fingerings consistent for each octave, it's the fastest, and one never has to put their thumb on a black key. There are only 4 different total fingerings used. Pitch classes 0, 2, 9, and 11 share the fingering starting on finger 3 in both hands. The fingering starting on finger 1 in both hands is only used for pitch class 12. The fingering starting with 4 in left, 2 in right, is used for pitch classes 1, 3, 5, and 7. And finally, the fingerings starting with 2 in left, 4 in right, is used for pitch classes 4, 6, 8, and 10. Here are the scales. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to support giant, extravagant microtonal cover songs, keyboard arrangements of Easley Blackwood's microtonal etudes, microtonal podcasting, educational videos on ear training and modes, or my composition, you can donate to my Now and Zen Patreon account. I need 60 patrons by December 1st, 2020 to continue my microtonal podcast, Now and Zen. It's always appreciated. The link is in the description. This video is made possible by my Zen Harmonic patrons, as well as my Zen Harmonic gods. Rabba Astor, Adam Freese, Matthew Sheeran, Vincenzo Sicarella, Hector McGuffin, Christopher Bailey, Leland O. Weigel, Amy Coleman, Jill Weigel, Tina Harmon Carteau, and The Brass Whisperer. Thanks all. See you in the next video.